Hey everybody, it's Mackenzie back for another weekly video. This week we're gonna focus on a super sensitive topic, kind of something that we're all very aware of, and we're all probably getting to the point where we just want some answers and we just want it to be gone and we want to move on. I'm thinking you can guess what I'm gonna say. The coronavirus. We're gonna just talk about some do's and don'ts in your office and in your work area. Once again, as a good reminder, as times are changing and the news is changing and media and cases and deaths and cures and who gosh knows what. So we're just going to think about some different ideas. Make sure that you're following your guidelines. OSHA is constantly bringing out new ideas and new information, and you need to make sure that you and your company and your office area and your employees are well aware of what's going on and the guidelines that need to be addressed for your company. Maintain employee confidentiality with an employee that may get sick, may have COVID, may not. Keep that confidentiality, which is extremely important because that avoids less chaos if everyone knows something's going on. Do require and remind employees to wash their hands upon arrival and leaving, and constantly doing it frequently during the day. Make a new protocol for hygiene in your office and in your work area. Just make it a regular thing. Even without the coronavirus, once it's over, who knows what's going on. Keep that a constant thing and a constant reminder. Do disinfect high contact areas multiple times a day. That's constant areas that are work surfaces that are being used all the time. After you finish a task, wipe it down. Before you do a task, wipe it down, etc. Make sure that you have plenty of sanitizer wipes, plenty of masks if they're needed, plenty of hand sanitizer, and make sure you have plenty of sanitizing stations all around. It's extremely important. Do ensure that sanitizing, they're restocked constantly. Just keep her coming. Keep her coming. Do hang informational signage throughout your areas and your work areas, in your office, in your warehouse, all over the place. Even on social media if you need to, just to make sure that everyone is well aware. Make sure that you have some CDC recommended hand washing techniques. That's making sure that it's the 20-second hand wash, singing happy birthday, how to properly get in between your fingers, in between your fingernails, behind your hands, in front of your hands, and using that alcohol-based rub for a minimum of 20 seconds. Do prepare and distribute a return to work memorandum or a company policy during COVID. Make sure that everybody is well aware. That's just going back to the guidelines, making sure everybody is aware. Do reorganize offices to maintain that 6 feet social distance. And then this is where it can get controversial, which I'm not going to give my opinion and nobody else needs to share theirs. That's your own personal thing. Just do it. Keeping that 6 feet social distance is so important to maybe others who feel that it is necessary versus those that don't feel that it's necessary. Install hanging shields or countertop cashier style shields between associates to reduce potential transmission if unavailable or to reorganize your office. And get those shields. It may be difficult to hear one another, but it's important. Sanitize those shields. Clean those shields. Make sure that they're nice and clean. You can see through them and everybody's able to communicate with them. Do require personal protective equipment like gloves and face masks if needed in your work environment. Do update operation protocols and make them contact free. Cut back on amenities such as water coolers and coffees, which can create high contact areas and spaces. Also, don't allow employees to come to work if they give any COVID-19 symptoms. Do not let them come to work at all. And that's why it's also important to maybe have those temperature taking stations, because don't let them in. That's the whole back to the thing of not keeping that employee confidentiality. We don't need people in our work areas that have symptoms of COVID. Send them home. Do not let them work. Straight up. Point. To the point. Do not reveal the names of those people who have or possibly have or have been diagnosed with COVID. That's employee confidentiality once again. Don't allow shared workspaces. And don't let hand wash stations go empty. Don't allow visitors in your office or in your work areas without pre-approval. Set up a form or task of how you're going to let people in that are pre-approved. And don't keep that break room open. If possible, make your employees go outside. Get some fresh air. Don't let them in the break room. That fresh air can spread and you're not all crammed in one small space. Just some closing reminders. Keep that 6 feet social distance. Use sanitizer, use disinfectant, and wash your hands. And if you're sick, stay home. We're going to get through the COVID. We're going to move on and things are going to be better. But we all got to work together and we all have to use the right ideas, even though some of us may not agree with it. But let's just be logical and think of other people because it's real and it's happening and people are dying. And we don't want it to happen anymore. We want to find a way to get rid of it and we want to be able to move on and just think maybe 2021 will be a positive. That's what everybody's been saying. So let's just keep that thought. Keep your employees safe. Keep your workplace clean. Let's avoid OSHA and keep it positive. Have a great week.